Well, here's project number fucking 2. Last video we got the dually out, we got to drive it around. What you're seeing here is a 2006 Volkswagen Jetta TDI with a BRM engine code, a 5-speed manual. Yeah, it don't look too terrible. Well, I locked myself out. What a dumbass. Dually looks good. Don't mind the bumper stickers. I had to peel them off. They just screamed, "I love men," and I'm a liberal. So that's kind of nice. But we're going to end up doing a timing belt with a Hipu timing set, like water pump and everything. Alright, as you can see, I got the car up in the air. Coolant has been drained. Inner fender wells have been pulled. And our skid plate off the front is off, so I have full access to everything underneath. I also pulled the intake pipe off and exposed the belt via the timing belt cover. This thing's definitely showing some signs that she was due, and I'm not too familiar with the Volkswagens, but I'll get in here as best I can. You can see our tensioner marks are way off. I think that's supposed to be to the right, or at least in that slatted groove. You can definitely tell she's been due for it. But I've got access to it. We can see our crank. This is not going to be a step-by-step, so don't take it as a step-by-step. I guess it's just kind of a video that I'm doing the timing belt at 123 or 124,000 miles. None of this stuff looks new in here. We know nothing of the history of this car, and I'm not taking a chance of grenading this car over a $200 belt. So these are the parts that we got. We actually have a Hipu water pump kit and timing belt kit. Now the Hipu, I guess, is, from what I've learned, just a better water pump system on them. It comes with a Continental belt. I'll give you guys a part number. PK05650. And it comes in like a little kit, which is pretty cool. We've got our tensioner, our idler, and our water pump, along with 2 studs for basically the tensioner and whatnot. This is why the Hipu is more of a better deal for these. It's because it has a metal impeller, not a plastic one. It's not going to melt if the car ever does get overheated per se. But there's your kit. So pretty happy we're doing this. I never done this on one of these TDIs, so this is kind of a learning curve for me. So I'm just gonna say, hold on tight, and we're gonna give her what we can. One thing I did notice about this car is that you've at least got newer brakes on the front of this thing and a brand new battery. So that saves some money about winter time. So I'm pretty happy about that, and that almost looks like a dealer battery. 8 of 24. I'll take it. So I'm gonna set you guys down. I'm gonna end up getting our motor mount out of here, so I have a lot of access and I'm not fighting anything. I pulled the coolant reservoir out just to kind of help us, or you guys, to kind of see what's going on. I ordered some timing tool kits. These are the Metal Nerd timing tool kits. I have the adjuster wrench for the tensioner sitting on the other side of the garage. So if you haven't noticed, all I've done so far is prop the engine up. I'm just keeping tension off of the motor mount. Once the motor mount's out, the motor will just fall, so I have the jack down there supporting it. I also pulled the handle off, because God forbid I just keep walking past it and I hit it a million times, and I get pissed off and I'll hit it. I'll pull the handle off and throw it across the garage. Not a good day, so pull it off now. And at least be close and with the car. So I'm gonna grab some sockets. Start pulling this thing apart. Got our motor mount out. Now we got to get the actual like mounting plate off. I am gonna grab some of my shorty sockets and we'll pull that off, and then we'll get the exterior belt tensioner out of the way. Just feeling around, making sure. All right. Best thing you can also do is keep all your tools close by, because if you got to keep running after stuff, it gets annoying real quick. Let's see. Is that one I gotta get from behind or down below? Let's see. Ah, I see. I see. Grab an extension. There's a hole in the wheel well just for that. Kind of nice. Yeah, we'll just leave that one in there for now. I really think that one's only held on by 2. I'm not feeling anything else. Unless there's one lower. I'm probably going to see one lower. I'm going to go below. There's a third. Oh. Let's see what we gotta do. I'm dropping stuff. Come on. Knowing the Germans, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Come on. I don't think there's anything I'm missing here. Oh, come on. Just wants to fight. Fight. There's two different length bolts. Short one goes in the bottom, longer one goes in the top two. I'm gonna set this by our motor mount. All right. Got kind of an open view here for the most part. Gonna pull our belt tensioner off here, and then there's a cover around the bottom there, so we're gonna pull those. Do you come off? And two, looks like two 13 millimeters. And there, one on the bottom. Pretty sure this, with our kit, is actually for pinning that or vice versa. Don't know yet, but I am going to find something to fit. What I found here is an 11/64 drill bit. Looks like it's gonna be the hot ticket here. Oh man. I need a short wrench. Alright, now that our tensioner's locked, use a 17 mil gear wrench. Just, you know, wobble head, ratcheting wrench. Just bent the head over and kind of keeled it over. Now I can get to our lower bolt. So I think. Oh, you dirty dogs. Let me grab my ratchet here. Oh, I just dropped that right in the damn antifreeze. Gotta get down from the bottom. All right. Got that. Now we got a little cover to pull off with the lower crank. Alright, I'm down below. We're going to pull the lower belt pulley off. I've got a triple squared socket, 10 mil. Pull that off. Oh, that's way too easy. Ooh, gonna have to give her a little tap. really expensive hammer. Alright, so now I'm prepping to get our timing marks lined up. There's a little pointer / triangle right there, and if I remember right, pretty sure that's got to be upwards this way a little bit, or to the 2 o'clock position, so I think it's close. I was warned to put the cam in first. So the cam locking pin in first. Alright, so I got that. Always go clockwise. For 180, I'll show you why in a minute. Alright, well, after rotating the ever-loving piss out of this thing, I have our cam locked. Stoked about that. I got our lower end sitting about where it needs to be. Let's see. I'm sorry about the lighting. Eventually we'll be working outside the garage, so that'll be nice. Next is this guy. This pin is removable. Let me find the Allen socket for Should sit something like this. Oh, oh. Always start those by hand. Pin is in. There she goes. Now she's locked. 100% locked. Make sure that this top one goes in and is removable like so, if you can see that. So now I'm going to pull the tensioner off. Well, there we go. I got the timing belt out. Suspiciously, that bearing looks like almost brand new. It's wild. Would have thought that'd be quite the giveaway. Looking through the cogs, I don't see any cracking. But again, we're not taking any chances here. And that is a VW belt. So, no indication on the whole car that the timing belt was ever done. So, I'm pretty happy that we're just doing it to get it out of the way. So, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swap our water pump out and then get our timing set back up in there where it needs to be. So, see you in a little bit. Alright, water pump's out. Now this is the difference that I was talking about with the HIPU kit. Metal impeller, plastic impeller. So, I went with the HIPU one because I don't like going back into things, especially if it's for something like this. Like, we're right there. Just replace the damn thing. Like, stop being that cheap. You want reliability? This is how you get reliability. Put the good parts in it. You know, I think I got this one off of eBay. And it's the same damn kit that, like, AutoZone and shit carries. So, look up that part number I gave you guys. If that's the one you want for a BRM. I'm sure it'll fit another model or something. There's your part number. PK05650. I'm going to put this in. And I'm going to change the studs that are basically a necessity. And then we're going to start putting it back together. Alright. Double verified everything. Again, for the second time. I'm pretty happy with it this time. Basically, I took the tension back off our tensioner, loosened up our cam gear, and basically just went through a different procedure. So I set our tension, I then tightened our bolts up here in the top on the cam gear. I then pulled all of our timing tools out, rotated it twice, set our crank first, and then we're able to put our cam pin back in So our cam pin is back in up here. So basically that's it. Everything looks to be setting pretty good. I just like to fiddle with things, I guess. So pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna get the cover back on and get it ready so we can start this thing. Car's back together. Coolant's in it. I have the radiator cap off, or coolant reservoir cap off. It's time for a first start after the job. Just kidding, we'll be alright. Double, triple, quadruple check all your work. That's why it took me a little bit longer, because I wanted to make sure that our cam lock and crank lock and everything else was all right. Surprisingly, I had it right. I had the tensioner correct, so let's give it a go. No check engine lights, but we do have the steering wheel and traction control light with the cruise on. So I don't know, we might have to drive the car to see if that'll clear out of it. But all in all, it's running pretty good. Can't complain. I don't hear any popping out of the intake. I think he's doing all right. We're just going to let her warm up and get the coolant going and make sure we don't have any air bubbles. All right. We're all back together. Coolant's in, full. Wheel well. Everything but the lower skid plate under the engine's on. And I don't want to put that on yet until, this thing is done. I just want to show you guys what we're up against here. So if you can see, we've got some soot built up around the EGR valve up there. I think we're going to end up deleting that. And then we're going to have to pull the brick up there, aka, let's get you up in there. There's your soot leak for the most part, and right up here, staring right at it, catalytic converter. I'd like to just pull that down and, as they say, gut it. But that's what we're up against next. So the rest of this video, I'm just going to kind of drive the car around, make sure everything's good. I don't think we're going to have any problems, honestly. But you never know. I'm going to hook my scanner into it and see that the cam correlation is correct. So I'll try and see if that's going to hook into it. If not, I got to get the VCDS or whatever it is. So as for that, let's go for a ride, get it out of the garage and get it moving. All right, well, we're gonna go for a little ride. Drove her down the street a little bit, got her up to temp. Got the partner in crime with me here. So let's just go for a little cruise, see what she do. I feel like this thing's a little more peppy now. Before it would just kind of stumble in the low end. So not only that, our dash lights are off, which is nice. I'll definitely take that. I guess when you put batteries in these things, it wants you to drive it over like 5 miles an hour. So we're just going to put a little mileage on it, make sure everything's 100%. And going to end up cleaning the interior today just to make sure that, you know, I like a clean car. And surprisingly, I kind of dogged these Jettas for a while. Just because I don't need a car, I don't like cars. Well, at $5 a gallon for diesel right now, I don't think it's a bad deal to be having one of these. So I'm definitely going to put some fuel in this thing here in a little bit. Sit down. Sit down. Good girl. So all in all, I'm sorry if this is a little close. Pretty happy with the timing belt. I really thought it was going to be a little bit harder than it was. I'm glad I bought the special tools. Yeah, they were $80, but you know what? It's peace of mind. Double checked our tensioner. You know, made sure our coolant was full. Everything's back on but that lower skid plate, and that's okay with me. It really just kind of gets in the way, but I get why it's there, just in case something comes up and slaps the serpentine belt, which I ordered another serpentine belt and a tensioner for it. Probably the original ones on the car, so why bother messing around? So we're just out for a little cruise. Well, she made it back. Unfortunately on a fucking tow truck, but it's not for the timing belt. I have a total of 15 miles on it. And the clutch pedal went right to the fucking floor. So we got a whole nother batch of problems. So we're gonna try and figure out what the heck happened here. Well, got the car mostly apart. Pulled the battery box intake off. I gotta pull the pedal assembly out of it. And then our slave cylinder there. But parts are ordered. There's not much more I can do until the parts are here, which will probably be next week. So, Volkswagen dealer wanted $600 for those, and they don't even make the slave cylinder anymore, I believe. It's like discontinued for this. Rock Auto for the win there at $60, plus the other $60 for the Saks slave. So, other than that, that's where we're going to leave it for this video. It sucks I had to have the car towed. That cost me $250, but what are you going to do? The only downside of that was I had the dog with me. I hate having car troubles when people or animals are with me. Luckily, we were 15 miles into the trip and not 2 hours north like I wanted to do next weekend. So, pretty happy with it. Although we have a minor setback, but then again, we're not going to have to worry about it after that for a while. So, appreciate you guys coming along. I'll do my best to have another video out next week for us, and I'll see you guys then. I really thank you. Like and subscribe.